as little rock to Peter, the Petra, the big rock, because upon this rock and the revelation of who I am, I will build my church. Look at somebody tell them, God changed my name. And that's why when people say, watch this, I don't know if you're going to catch this, but maybe I can get some real folk to catch this. Have you ever heard people say, I remember when? It's wonderful when people say, I remember when, because that means I'm not that anymore. Y'all missed that. When you say, I remember when you was a crook. I remember when you was a thief. I remember when you was a drunkard. I remember when you used to walk the street. You can look back at him and say, look where God has brought me from. Brought me out of darkness into the marvelous life. And when people remind you of your past, you ought to break out into praise and say, thank you, Jesus, because I ain't like that no more. You ain't got anybody other than 1 or 2, 3 folk that can get excited that I'm not what I used to be. I'm not even doing the things got quiet that you used to do, because God has changed my name. Look at somebody, tell them God is doing a name change. Not only that, but he said, can I go ahead and hoop a little bit? Get out of here. But he says that I am. When Moses was trying to get a handle on this thing, he was trying to get some understanding of who God really was. And he said, Moses, let me make it simple for you, because if I really give you who I am, you won't even really understand it. So I want you to go and tell them these words, that I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And when you deal with all of the facets of who God is, then you would understand that the same God that allowed Abram to have a child at the age of 100 is the God that's able to do anything. And that's why he asked the question, is there anything too hard? I wish I had a witness in here for God. If I can cause Abraham and Sarah to have a child at 190, then is there anything too hard for God? He says the God of Abraham, the time is moving, Isaac and Jacob. And if you really want to know my identity, just tell them I am that I am. I don't have time to go through all the Jehovah's mystical names of God, but don't you and everybody in this building understand that God is the only one, and I go to screaming right here, God is the only one, check it out, that'll get you in a mess, get in the mess with you, and get you out of the mess. That's why he says I am, because he's the God of the past, I am, and the present, I will be. Yo, this is what I said. He's I am right now, that I am or will be in the future. So it goes like this. He's the only one that gets you in the mess, help you while you're in the mess, and get you out of the mess. If you know about Hebrew boys, got them in the fiery furnace because they will not bow. Got in the fire with them and cooled the flames, and then got them out of the fire to look at Nebuchadnezzar and say, your God is bad. I need you to tell somebody, my God is bad. You got to look at Daniel. Got him in the lion's den. Got in the lion's den with them and got him out of the lion's den. You got to look at Peter. Got him in jail. Got in jail with him and got him out of jail. You gotta look at Paul and Silas. Got him in jail. Was praise and worship in jail and got them out of jail. Who am I talking to in here? That God got you in a mess, got in the mess with you, and brought you out. Look at a neighbor and say, neighbor, you ain't hollering like me. Look at him and say, neighbor, I don't know what you think about it, but my God is able to get get you in the mess, get you in the mess, get you in the mess, cause you to get sick, be with you while you're sick, and be a friend that's sticking closer than a brother, and get you out. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. The Lord will deliver you out of them all. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm feeling happy by myself. Say, neighbor, I don't know what you think about it, but